What is up? We are having some coffee. We are here a little early today. Got busy day in the clinic, so got people to help. Let's get to it. We were going to talk today. Actually, asked our team yesterday about something, and they wanted to see. They said, you know what? Why don't we tell people kind of what it is we do in PT school, what it is PT school sort of prepares us for, and then what is, because those are not two. Those are not the same. If you're a physical therapist and you are working in a PT mill, or you're working anywhere, frankly, and you probably can listen to this podcast episode and sort of relate to some of this. Depending upon, and we talked about this previously, how wide the breadth of physical therapy training is, depending upon where you are in those fields, whether you're pediatrics, your sports, or orthopedics, your training is going to have shaped you a little differently. I would say most PT programs have sort of a bias, or one may be a terrific place to go to practice orthopedics or sports medicine, while another place could be just the faculty could be so well trained in neuro and acute care and all those kinds of things. So depending upon what it is you sort of feel yourself being drawn to later in your PT career, that might guide how you select a program. So let's call it even. Let's talk about a hypothetical program that teaches all things exactly equally, which really doesn't exist. Every program, every physical therapy program, there's over 200, I believe, in the country now, all doctoring programs. That's terrific. Really, it only creates a little bit of confusion in the real world. I mean, I guess I don't use the term doctor too often, but it is what we are. We are trained highly in medical red flag triage, and frankly, even the literature does state that there isn't a better group of people to understand the orthopedic side of the world other than the orthopedic surgeons themselves. But there is no physician group, there is no medicine group, there is no other group that understands this stuff better, and that is in the literature than physical therapists. In fact, physical therapy students in those studies actually grade higher than your family medicine people, your GPs. So orthopedics, we're the people. Now, if you are a peds person, right, and you're in a program and you're getting your orthopedics training, you might space out. You might go, okay, I get it. Orthopedics is super important for, for everybody, everyone who moves. But it might not be your thing. Like, for example, we had a course that was designed to teach you how to manage or run a practice. Okay, well, I was really excited about that from an early point. I would imagine that the rest of the whole class probably just fell asleep, and that is totally fine. But I'm not talking about just generalities. I'm talking about the stuff that we get taught across the board that is silliness. I'm talking about the stuff that we wind up doing in our careers that doesn't get enough time in these PT programs. And so if you want to be a next gen PT, unfortunately, either you need to go into a program, a program that is going to feed you the knowledge you need for what you want to do at the end. And now a lot of people don't know what they want to do at the end. Most go into PT school say, I want to be a physical therapist, and whether I do geriatrics or pediatrics, I don't kind of care, but I want to see what I like most. That's a big difference. Those two hugely different groups. So I'm gonna get off on tangents on this. This is fun. So we learn stuff across the board that is on called the NPTE, the National Physical Therapy Examination. It's our boards. I don't know if NPTE actually stands for National Physical Therapy Exam, but it's NPTE. So it's our board's exam. It's very hard. It is aimed at making sure that every physical therapist who goes out into the world is safe and competent, is not going to hurt anybody, understands all of the rules for biomechanics and loading and healing, all the basic things. The bar has to be set somewhere. But we do learn in physical therapy school the utility of a lot of techniques that are often performed in physical therapy programs, whether it's a hot pack or ultrasound or electric stimulation or cold laser, all this stuff, right? So we get introduced to these things, and they're taught right alongside regular biomechanics and physics and things. And so some programs have folks who understand the need to teach this material, but also understand that material's utility in the world. And so there can be, you can teach someone about the little crystal that lives inside of an ultrasound unit and what that's called and why it's called that and why it moves sound in such a way that is supposed to change temperature in tissue, yeah, we can learn that. We also learn in the same courses that that machine doesn't do a whole heck of a lot different from what our hands could do, a hot pack could do, or frankly, whether the machine is turned on or not. So why are we still learning? Well, we're learning it because it's on these exams. We're learning it so um, we know what is happening when we put a ultrasound head on someone's skin. That's fine. In short, for all the folks who just want to know what it is, it's just a heating element. You're not going to get a ton of depth heating, maybe between, I can't even see that, 3 and maybe 6 or 7 millimeters. So that's about deep. Hot packs go deeper than that. If I put my hands on somebody and give them some soft tissue love, I'm going to get deeper heating than that. But you know what never says no to ultrasound? Your insurance company. It's one of those things that is never rejected. There's a code. There is a known amount for it. And so a lot of places where everybody just gets ultrasound, that's one of those things where everyone's going to get that because the clinic knows that they can take that money from your insurance. It's really one of those yucky things I don't like. I don't know any competent therapist that uses an ultrasound machine anymore, other than if we're using it for seeing, which is great. But I guess they have that. It has its application in very, very, very small groups, but it's not across the board something that you want to see in your normal everyday sports orthopedics clinic. What else? We don't learn about referral pain. How about that? We lip service is paid in a lot of clinics to that, which is really funny. It's one of the oldest texts in physical therapy. Travella and Simons mapped out these referral patterns, in the 50s. It's one of the most bought texts in all of physical therapy literature. Nobody knows it. Nobody understands it. Nobody really, fills the gap in pain presentation with this understanding of muscles being able to generate their own receptive field of pain. We see it every day. We treat it every day. And it's one of those things that kind of fills in the gaps between I think I hurt my AC joint, like right here. Ow, ow, ow. Versus that, everything is aching. It hurts when I move like this. It hurts when I move like this. And when you can't pinpoint one thing being the driver of this, you go, well, what else is there? And then that's when you start poking around and learning about how muscles can make pain. And then, so this really makes us much more of a complete therapist. But guess what? We don't learn that in PT school. Maybe PT programs are better now. I've not been to PT school for quite a while, 15 years now. I'm still seeing students come out, same questions. I'm still seeing people with googly eyes about how we make a gray-haired person move around fast. These are not things you should be learning when you are out. This should be in school. And so we actually are working closely with local groups to attempt to put more of this knowledge in these programs. I mean, whether it's on a voluntary basis or not, but I do believe whatever we do has to cultivate the real next gen PT for the future. I am actually happy to announce, I haven't said anything yet, but I've been working closely with my mentor, Dr. Bob Grossman, who previously owned Sports Physical Therapy in Silver Spring, Maryland. It's one of the places that I did a clinical affiliation. I sought that affiliation out because I understood the DO kind of approach that they took there, as well as the heavy manual closed chain manipulation methodologies that I was able to learn there from Bob Grossman, who basically made these up. We were working together to put a video series together for him. I just really want to get that information into the world so PTs can see it, folks can see it on the internet and know that this is something that is a powerful technique for regaining mobility, for regaining strength, for regaining places in your body that you didn't otherwise have for a while. So look out for that when those come out on YouTube or wherever Dr. Grossman wants to put those out. We'll let you know. And one of my favorite people in the world is going to be helping with that, Abe Musa from Musa Visual Media, who's a terrific friend and helps produce all of our video content. It always looks beautiful. And I know he really has a knack for helping people out, kind of describe what we do to people so everyone can learn. So that's pretty much it for today. I'm got a patient right at the door, so I'm going to get going. Jeff, we will see you guys. We'll see you in a little bit. You guys go and kill the day. Enjoy. Dominate.